Tonight, you'll probably heat up some food. Maybe you'll cook it, microwave it, or grab something warm on the way home, and you won't think twice about it. But that simple act, putting food near fire before you eat it, is one of the strangest, most important things your species has ever done. No other animal on Earth does it. A lion eats its meat raw. A chimp eats its fruit raw. But you can't even digest most of your food properly unless it's been cooked first. Somewhere in our deep past, humans made a deal with fire that changed our bodies forever. It rewired our guts, shrank our teeth, and this is the wild part. It may be the single reason you have the brain you're using to watch this right now. So when did it start? The answer is far older and far stranger than most people think. Start with a strange fact about your own body. You are a bad raw food eater. Almost every other animal thrives on raw food. Their jaws, teeth, and stomachs are built for it. But humans are different. Compared to other primates, we have tiny teeth, weak jaws, small mouths, and surprisingly short guts. A gorilla has a massive gut to break down tough, raw plants all day. We don't. Our digestive system is small, delicate, and here's the key, it expects food that's already been partly broken down before it arrives. There's even been a real-world experiment on this. There's a movement of people who eat only raw food, no cooking at all, and studies found something striking. Many of them, especially the women, struggled to maintain a healthy weight, and a large number stopped being able to reproduce normally. On a strict raw diet, with all our modern tools and supermarkets, humans still struggle. In the wild, tens of thousands of years ago, it would have been far harder. Which raises the obvious question. If our bodies practically require cooked food, when did we start cooking it? Because something had to come first, the fire or the body that needed it. To find the beginning, archaeologists go looking for one thing: burnt clues in the dirt. The clearest signs are in South Africa at a cave called Wonderwerk. Deep inside, researchers found ash, charred bone, and burnt plant material dating back around 1 million years. And crucially, it was found deep inside the cave, far from any entrance where a natural wildfire couldn't reach. Something carried fire in there on purpose. This is some of the strongest evidence we have of humans controlling fire 1 million years ago. But some scientists think it goes back even further. There are hints, burnt earth, scorched stones, at African sites reaching back as far as 1.5 million years. The evidence gets thinner the deeper you go because fire leaves fragile traces that vanish over time. But the picture that's emerging is startling. Our ancestors may have been using fire long before they even looked like us. And that's where it connects to one bold, game-changing idea. In 2009, a Harvard scientist named Richard Wrangham published a book with a simple, explosive title, Catching Fire: How Cooking Made Us Human. His argument flips everything. For a long time, people assumed we got smart first and then invented cooking. Wrangham says it's the other way around. Cooking came first, and cooking is what made us smart. Here's the logic. Your brain is an incredibly expensive organ. It's about 2% of your body weight, but it burns around 20% of your energy. All day, every day, even while you sleep. Building and running a big brain takes an enormous amount of fuel. The problem is, raw food doesn't give you enough. Chewing and digesting raw food burns huge amounts of time and energy. A chimp spends up to 6 hours a day just chewing. Cooking solved that. When you cook food, you're basically doing part of the digestion outside your body. Heat breaks down tough fibers and proteins, killing bacteria and unlocking far more calories. Suddenly, the same piece of food gives you dramatically more energy for a fraction of the effort. And where did all that freed up energy go? Straight into growing a bigger brain. And you can see the proof written all over your own body. Once food was cooked and soft, we didn't need giant teeth and powerful jaws to grind raw material for hours. So over time, they shrank. Our huge ape-like chewing muscles got smaller. Our guts got shorter because they no longer had to do all the heavy work. The fire had already done it. And the energy saved from all that chewing and digesting was redirected upward into a skull that kept getting bigger. Look at the timeline, and it lines up almost too perfectly. As evidence of fire and cooking appears in the fossil record, human brain size climbs, teeth shrink, jaws weaken, guts contract. It's as if fire reached into the human body and quietly redesigned it from the inside out, making us weaker chewers but far stronger thinkers. But cooking didn't just change our bodies, it changed how we lived. Think about what a fire actually does to a group of people. Before fire, you ate where you found food, alone or in a scatter. But cooking requires a fire, and a fire is a fixed place. It becomes a center, a spot everyone returns to. For the first time, humans had a hearth, a place to gather, to bring food back to share. And fire did something else. It pushed back the night. For millions of years, when the sun went down, the world belonged to predators, and our ancestors huddled in the dark. Fire changed that. It gave warmth, protection, and for the first time, hours of light after sunset. Hours with nothing urgent to do but sit together around the flames. Many scientists believe this is where some of the most human things began. Sitting around a fire at night, safe and fed, is very likely where storytelling was born, where language deepened, where we first passed down knowledge, myths, and memories from one generation to the next. The campfire may be the oldest social network humans ever built. Somewhere over 1 million years ago, maybe as far back as 1.5 million, our ancestors learned to control fire, leaving ash deep inside caves like Wonderwerk. They started cooking, and cooking pre-digested their food, unlocking a flood of energy raw meals could never provide. That energy poured into a growing brain, while their teeth, jaws, and guts shrank away because fire was now doing their old job. And around those fires, gathered together after dark, humans invented community, language, and story. Cooking isn't just how you make dinner. It might be the single most important thing our species ever did. We didn't invent cooking because we were smart. We may have become smart because we cooked. The next time you heat up your food, remember what you're really holding. That warm plate in your hands is the end of a chain that stretches back over 1 million years to an ancestor who first pushed a piece of meat toward a flame and changed the destiny of an entire species. Every kitchen, every stove, every campfire is a descendant of that first controlled fire. You don't just cook because you're human. In a very real way, you're human because something long ago decided to cook. The fire made the mind that's thinking about it right now. If there's a human behavior you've always wondered about, drop it in the comments. Your question might be the next video.